This was announced after we recorded the video. I actually really like this. Marvin Bagley III, who's on an expiring, I believe, this year, and Johnny Davis, who's also on an expiring, go to the Grizzlies. I actually really like this, and these guys could just get bought out. Johnny Davis, absolutely nothing. Just kind of unfortunate. Just doesn't have like the NBA athleticism or length to make an impact. It just didn't translate. And nothing against him. He'll go overseas and have a fine career. Marvin Bagley, though, I know he's been barely playing, but he actually is like kind of an efficient reserve big. And if they just keep him for the rest of the season, I don't think it hurts them. A guy who's, yeah, he can stretch the floor if they need to, but he can rebound, be an interior presence, and he's only 25 years old, 7'1" wingspan on a 6'10" frame. Like, what is there to lose? So let me hear your thoughts. Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're hearing that, yes, Marcus Smart, as the trade deadline is closing out, we're hearing that Mr. Marcus Smart is heading to the Washington Wizards. Yes, Charania just put out a tweet saying that the Grizzlies, who are basically giving up on the Marcus Smart experience, which never really came to full fruition due to injuries in his 2 seasons there, he has played only 39 games and about 25 minutes a night. You would say maybe 12 points. He shot really, it was not pretty. It was supposed to be the former defensive player of the year, was supposed to be the stalwart that they were expecting. And yeah, let me give you the exact stats. He shot 40% from the field and averaged 11.6 points, 1.6 steals, 4 assists, and 2.5 rebounds while shooting, 31% from three and 40% from the field for an effective field goal percentage of 49%. And I know injuries really screwed him over here. It wasn't his fault. Like, this all played out. Seriously, that's not, I want to say, like, he got dealt a really bad hand. And the way that it just worked out was he just got replaced. He got replaced, and the team had to just discard the contract. And the contract becomes an expiring after this season, so it's really not the end of the world. It's going to be a deal that I think they're going to be able to get themselves out of it. It's a trading. They were trading their first round pick this year, and it also allows them to get 2 second-round picks. So yeah, they give up a first-round pick, but what it does, this is coming from Charania, is that it gives them somebody to help out this team with just being better at utilizing their. So I definitely think, also, hopefully I don't know why these videos have been lagging, and I've been using my coder just to fix some of the lag that you might see, and it's very odd that this has been happening. However, I really do believe that when you watch the current iteration of the Grizzlies, the Grizzlies are a team that they like to play well together with their guys high basketball IQ, guys who understand what to do. And I think it's been exemplified with like the moves that they've made, as it's really helped the team grow. So man, I'm really like frustrated with how like there's like this lag that is kind of being persistent right now, and it's kind of irritating me. But we're going to continue talking about this because I think it's definitely something worth mentioning when you look at how the Grizzlies needed to get off this contract, sign Santi in the summer. And I think that's the biggest thing people need to understand, is that they were trying to make sure that they're in position to bring back Santi Aldama, or have the cap space to bring back Santi. And yeah, I think by doing this, they put themselves in position to do so, which I think is the most important thing to do, because I think Jake LaRavia, I think they want to keep both. I think they want to keep their guys. And by doing so, here's the original tweet right there. They're able to go ahead and make a deal like this that I think it's going to give them a player of need. And when you just look at Memphis at this point, yeah, they lose, I guess you would say, a defender, but Jalen Wells Vince Williams, such good defenders. And they really aren't playing Vince Williams this season like they were. But I think it's going to open up minutes. Scottie Pippen's even a good defender. Santi Aldama is an underrated defender. And Jake LaRavia at times has been a solid defender. So for me, I just think when you look at this deal, it's a lot better than what people would give credit on the surface. And of course, we're hearing that Jake LaRavia is being traded to the Sacramento Kings. And wow. So that's going to end up this. So we're going to also, Sacramento just got them sending, I love Colby Jones joining this team. So that's it. That was what we were talking about for the Grizzlies and Marcus Smart. Let's talk about the other ones. In a move that I was not expecting, Jake LaRavia. Well, I was expecting him because I think they traded Marcus Smart so they can re-sign Santi Aldama. And then when we were talking about that, the news broke that Jake LaRavia got traded, and it made sense because in my mind, I was like, dang, I think they're not going to want to pay Mr. Jake LaRavia like they're deciding, and they already have Jalen Wells. Like, this is such a good team. So I love the addition of Colby Jones, by the way. And I like Alex Len. Alex Len actually has a really good defensive rating. And the game moved on, and he's just a backup big now. I don't think he's as bad as some people act like he is. Like, I think he's a lot more serviceable than people act. But they get themselves a 2028 second round pick, and they send Colby Jones and Alex Len to the Wizards. But obviously, would have been great if the Grizzlies had gotten them, but I think both of those guys going to the Wizards is great. And sorry if I made it sound like the Grizzlies got him, but the whole thing is the Marcus Smart deal. You see yourself in this deal in terms of they didn't want Marcus Smart to be on the team anymore. He's played 39 games in 2 years. Jalen Wells, Vince Williams, Scottie Pippen all basically replaced him as the defenders. Jake LaRavia, obviously he's broken out this year, and I think he's a solid player that fits Sacramento and what they need. But they got to pay Santi. Santi's good. Santi's going to be really good. And I think a deal like this allows them to pay him. The Wizards get themselves Colby Jones, who I think is solid. They bring back Alex Len, who really helps them out. And in terms of just a backup big and a guy who's been part of the franchise before. And to me, outside of that, yeah, like, sucks that Jake's gone. But I think in this deal, you were able to churn. You got yourself a second round pick, 2 second round picks, and yeah, you gave up a first to get off of Smart's contract. But I think it was one of those situations where if you understood why they did this, by trading Marcus Smart, they got themselves a $22 million salary flexibility. And first off, Mark Stein of the Stein line was the first one to break this, and Mr. Michael Scott at my work, Hoops Hype, also helped out for this. I think the Kings were able to get in a situation where with Jake LaRavia having his 4th year decline, the maximum Sacramento can offer him as a free agent is $5.1 million. So in my opinion, they're probably going to give him either a 1-year deal, 5.1, or a 3-year deal, because I don't think Jake was going to get more than part of the mid-level exception. So I thought this was a solid deal. The rest of the video will be the Marcus Smart aspect of this deal. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Or, I mean, this was the continuation, so bye.